Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of In Conversation by Advisorkhoj. Today, in conversation, I have a very dear and an old friend. We go back at least over 25 years, who's joining for this In Conversation today, Mr. Saurabh Jain, Chief Marketing Officer with Union Mutual Fund. Hi, Saurabh. Welcome to In Conversation.
Hey, hi, Suren. Thank you for inviting me for this conversation. And yes, I really, cherish the relationship we had for 25 years.
Absolutely. I think that's the time when industry was just kind of opening up, etc., when we all joined this wonderful industry. So I'm sure you're coming up with your new fund offer. So must be doing a lot of travel across the country.
Yeah, so as it, always happens when the NFO comes out, we all travel a lot,
Hmm.
right? And especially for this product, because our conviction on this fund of fund is very high, that
Hmm.
it can be a big opportunity in terms of offering a simplified solution to the investor.
Sure. Absolutely. So
So,
you.
and sorry, since it's a comparatively a younger category,
Hmm.
right? Create more awareness on the category. But our belief is that over a period of time, this category will become popular.
Sure, sure. So well, for our viewers, Union Mutual Fund is launching their new fund offer of Union Diversified Equity All Cap Active FOF on the 1st of September and closing on the 15th of September. So now, what exactly is this fund? If you could just, let our viewers know that.
Okay. When you look at a fund of fund structure, what does fund of fund do? It invests into underlying funds, and there are allocations which will happen as per the objective of the fund of fund. So unlike a mutual fund scheme, fund of fund, the first is it invest in underlying. Now, what it means for the distributor partners and the investor
Hmm.
is that particular fund of fund, which is diversified active all cap fund of fund, will be investing into large cap, mid cap, small cap, flexi cap, multi cap, and large and mid cap.
Okay.
Right. So it will invest into thematic sectors or even a value fund. So there are clear guidelines on where the fund can invest in.
Sure.
Now, the investment will be driven by, valuations and where we see the growth coming in. The, big advantage for the investor in the fund is that when we are changing the allocation between the funds,
Hmm.
there is no allocation coming at the fund level.
That's true.
So, as an investor,
Hmm.
if you are changing it, the investor, he or she is changing it herself,
Hmm.
right? There's always a tax which comes over there, right? The second advantage is, Suren, that there is a professional management which will look at the valuation and do the changes
Hmm.
over there. The third, problem it solves, and which I think is a very, important problem to solve, is you know, the problem of plenty.
Hmm.
So with so schemes for the investor and distributors, and to pick it up and keep doing the allocation, right? So this does that choice of the fund as per the valuation,
Hmm.
simplifies it
Hmm.
as a
Hmm.
solution. And the last and big advantage is that it also gives an exposure to a multi-fund manager strategy,
Hmm.
right? So for example, when you invest into a flexi cap category, you are exposed to a one fund manager
Hmm.
style,
Hmm.
right?
Sure.
Over here, you are exposed to the multi-fund manager style,
Very
which
true.
I
Yeah.
think is a unique advantage
Very
in a
true.
fund of
Correct.
fund positioning.
Yes. And that's the thing I think is a big advantage. I think two big advantages here is that you are diversifying within one portfolio itself with different fund management styles,
Correct?
right? And of course, there is no taxation when you moving out of one underlying scheme to another underlying scheme. So basically, the investor doesn't need to do any sort of intervention, reallocation to reduce his risk or to increase the risk in the portfolio. That is automatically taken care.
Yes. And also, after the new changes in the fund of fund taxation at the
Mm-hmm.
hand of the investor,
Mm.
now after 2 years, you know, it is qualifying as long-term capital gain,
After 2 years, correct.
and taxation will be 12.5%,
Correct. Correct.
which makes it very efficient. And in like
Mm-hmm.
other way, if I have to look at this fund also is like your old, ad used to come for a motorcycle, fill it, shut it, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this is a
Yeah.
fund which you can do SIP in, you can do lump sum in, and you don't have to worry about changing the portfolio blindly. This will do it for you.
Correct, correct, absolutely correct. So, what is the process of choosing the underlying schemes? Are you looking at one fund at a time, or are you looking at maybe two, three funds as underlying schemes in this FOF? And is there a particular cap which you put around that? Okay, I will not go beyond X% in one particular fund as an underlying scheme.
So, when you look at the fund structure, the strategy over here is what we call, explorer and anchor strategy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we have all known about core and satellite strategy,
Mm.
but this strategy is very different from core and satellite. So we are calling it anchor and explorer.
Okay.
In Anchor and Explorer, unlike a core and satellite where you put 70% into the core funds, and for 20-25%, you take a higher risk fund to generate alpha,
Mm-hmm.
right? In this fund, uh, what, what we say the anchor part of the portfolio is a part of the portfolio where we see, long-term valuations looking good, 3 to 5 years. Okay. And we are looking at, growth coming in 3 to 5 years. It
Mm.
can be in any cap, a large cap or small cap. So anchor part
Mm-hmm.
can be any cap depending on the current valuations in that large cap, mid cap or small cap, right?
Sure.
The other part is a part where we are looking at a shorter term horizon,
Mm-hmm.
right? That because of the flows coming into over there or because of the relative valuation or a shorter term view, those funds are looking good, that becomes the explorer part of the portfolio.
Sure.
Currently, our view on the market is that all the three caps, large cap, mid cap, and small cap, are fairly priced,
Mm-hmm.
right? Either they are trading at too much premium or too much discount. So they are fairly priced, right? On a fundamental basis. So the anchor part of the portfolio, because of this valuation, will become a multi-cap fund
Mm-hmm.
where we have exposure to large, mid, and small,
Absolutely.
right? And the explorer part right now would become large and mid fund, large and mid cap fund, and the small cap fund,
Sure. Mm.
right? Now this can change as the valuations will change. So
Mm-hmm.
it will be dynamic in nature, right? Internally, we have not capped it ki maximum it will go into one scheme, how much, right?
Okay.
We have a choice of 6 schemes to choose
Mm-hmm.
from.
Okay.
Currently, the current valuation, we are looking at maybe taking exposure to 3 schemes right now.
Right. Right. And these are essentially union mutual fund schemes as underlying schemes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we believe that, we have an in-house capability of
Mm-hmm.
offering the schemes in all the 6 categories, and we have our schemes over there, right?
Right.
And that is why we are sticking to our schemes, right? In
Mm.
case there was a scheme which we didn't have, then obviously we would have gone outside. But since we
Yes.
have all the schemes in the categories that we are looking to invest in, we'll be investing into our own union schemes over here.
Sure. Sure. So, Saurabh, any new distribution initiative or strategy you have, taken ahead during this NFO, or generally in the past about 6, 8 months, which Union Mutual Fund has taken up?
Yeah. So, when we started last financial year, right, we also took an initiative of, making sure that people know about our investment process and philosophy, right? So
Sure.
we did a very, very focused, travel across India.
Mm-hmm.
We interacted with the distributors and trying to convey them the way we are looking at managing the funds. What's the thought process behind it, the DNA behind it? Because I think that's the most important part when it comes for a distributor partner to look at why they should be selling Union Mutual Fund. look, performance is always there. People can look at the performance, pick up the fund to sell. But I think the most important part is to understand about the process and the DNA behind the investment, right?
Very important.
So I think we did a lot of effort in last 1 year where everyone, including my sales team members, traveled extensively to catch up with distributor, create awareness about our thought process on the investment side. I think that has started, having a higher, interaction with distributor have resulted in more distributor participating into our funds,
Hmm.
right? And clearly, just to give you a snapshot, the way we look at the investment side is what we look at is the consistency of returns, right? So the endeavor of the fund house is to try and see if the schemes can be either in Q1 or Q2 consistently.
Sure.
As a fund house, what we don't like is a wide swing between Q1 and Q4.
Hmm. Correct.
So typically what is that when we are looking at investment side, we are looking at a superior risk adjusted returns
Sure.
and trying to be consistent over there,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Especially for this fund, so then because this is a new category and not so large in size,
Mm-hmm.
it will take time to get popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so the idea right now is when we are meeting the distribution partners, we are trying to create awareness about the category, the advantage for the investors which are coming into this category. And over the period of time, if this category is able to build a good track record,
Hmm.
I think it will become a very interesting product as a solution-oriented product because
Absolutely.
fund of fund can also be looked at from a solution orientation.
Hmm.
Right now, we have two funds in the industry, which is retirement and children, as
Right.
solution oriented. I think
Right.
fund of fund can take up that space and can have very innovative solution oriented fund of funds.
Yes. Yes. No, that's very true. And the 2 points which you just mentioned earlier in our conversation, that the taxation when the fund manager is changing from one underlying scheme to the other, there is zero taxation to the investor. Correct. So there's no
Yeah.
capital gains, short term, long term, etc. at that point of time. And of course, you get the diversification of different investment management styles, because on the underlying funds are being managed by different fund managers. So there's no one typical approach as to how the underlying funds are being managed. So I'm very sure that this category certainly will become a popular category going ahead, the moment people start understanding our distribution partners, in terms of what this fund actually, between the active managed equity diversified portfolio, can create. So what are the plans ahead now, Saurabh, for Union Mutual Fund?
So one is that, like I told you, we are, excited about fund of fund. So
Hmm.
we started with launching arbitrage plus income fund of fund, which I think again is a unique proposition, right? Where in 2 years you get a long-term capital gain which is not available yet. And we
Hmm.
have the second solution on the all cap side.
Hmm.
Overall, as a fund house, our philosophy has always been trying to launch products which are long-term by nature,
Hmm.
right? Because we believe that when you're launching a product, people are coming in for long term, and so we have tried avoiding the flavor of the month kind of products, which are short term by nature, right? And
Yes,
which may
correct.
do well 2 months and then may not do well for 6 months, then again will come back. So we think that's something we have tried to stay away from.
Good.
In terms of you know, the company philosophy, we clearly believe the first important thing for mutual fund is having an investment excellence
Hmm.
because that's the product that is giving the experience to the investor and distributor partners. So that is some area which we have worked very hard on. We have increased our team over there as a
Hmm.
company, right? And that is something which is constant work in progress to make sure that we are there on the investment excellence side.
Sure.
The second thing is on the distribution partner reach, right? So we clearly want to associate with partners who are aligned with the values that we have, right? Who are also looking at a consistency of returns rather than category leading returns,
Hmm.
and they are
Hmm.
looking at more risk-adjusted returns. So I think we would love to work with that kind of mindset, where the partners also agree with that kind of mindset. And the third part is that clearly on the operational efficiency, which has been the
Mm.
internal mandate, which is not to mean to cut the cost, but making sure that we are more efficient as an organization,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
And the AUM growth and all is function of these three. So if you're getting these three things right, rest all will happen incidentally to us.
Sure.
So which is
Sure.
what the company has been moving forward. So yeah, that's
Great.
the plan which
So,
we have. Yeah,
so
go
how
on.
many on-ground branches we have now across the
So
country?
right now, yeah, so right now, if you look at it, we have close to 26 branches across the
Okay.
country, and we are present with manpower in more than 150 locations.
150 locations.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what's the size
So
of the overall sales team now?
so the sales team currently right now will be close to 225.
225. So very well covered demographically in these various markets across.
Correct.
So that
Yeah.
means a lot of ground connectivity, which is needed for creating that relationship is in place.
Yeah, so all that is happening right now. Also, we also have a in-house Union Bank of India channel with
Hmm.
8,000 branches.
Hmm.
So which will also help us create our brand across the length
Of
and breadth,
course.
right? Which is a big support to us. And also, I seriously believe that the growth in the industry will come from tier 3, tier 4 towns,
Hmm.
right? Also seeing more incremental money and the folios getting generated from tier 3, tier 4 towns. So
That's
I think
right.
as a company, we're looking to take advantage of that. And
That's
that is
right.
where the whole demographically, the way the team has been spread out is
Absolutely.
keeping that.
Sure, sure, sure. So, Saurabh, through this in conversation, what is that one message you would like to give to uh, advisors, investors, mutual fund distributors about your new fund offer?
So I think there's a new category, and it has got huge advantage for the investors. And we all seriously believe in that if the investor is winning, distributor partner and AMC will also win, right? So the value proposition in the product is very, very strong.
Hmm.
There's a tax efficiency when the allocations are getting changed in the fund. There's exposure to multi fund manager, right? Overall, I think that the experience of the investors can be good in this kind of product over a longer period. And if the investor's experience is good, obviously the distributor, business will also grow further. So my
Hmm.
request to all of them is to have a look at the product. And if they think they have a client who is looking for these kind of solutions, look at offering the product.
Great. So, well, for our viewers, this is Mr. Saurabh Jain, Chief Marketing Officer of Union Mutual Fund, talking about his new fund, which is the Union Diversified Equity All Cap Active FOF, opening on the 1st of September and closing on the 15th of September. So, well, Saurabh, I think great catching up, you know, uh, through this
Okay.
conversation. And thank you so much for, taking us through what this product is all about and, and it's a complete solution once an investor invests into this fund. Like you said, fill it, shut it, forget it. So it kind of completes that. So thank you so much for joining in and taking time out to discuss about this fund.
Thank you, Swain, and thank you, Team Advisor Coach, for
Our
giving us.
pleasure. Our pleasure. Thank you very much.